what's up, and welcome to this week's video. It's raining and really gloomy outside, and I'm gonna put my camera on my windowsill again, so if you hear that sound of like droplets, it's literally just the rain coming down. It is so gross. It was supposed to snow, now it's just raining. I'm working from home today. I am wearing sweats. I didn't do my makeup, so you guys already know the whole deal. For today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about a really simple way that you guys can be making money passively. You basically have to put little to no effort into this, and you can just sort of sit there and make money, which I think is really cool, in pretty much the same amount of time it takes you to sit on Instagram. Without further ado, let's get into this video. What I wanted to tell you guys is this app called Robinhood. Some of you guys might have heard of it, some of you might not have. Surprisingly enough, a lot of my friends don't do this, and the only ones who do are my startup friends. So I think that's kind of ironic because it's not really something specific to startups. I just find that it's kind of interesting that all my startup friends do this and none of my other friends do. Anyway, this video is going to be about Robinhood. It's an app that allows you to invest in the stock market. It's super easy to do. It's very simple to set up. It's totally free to set up. This video isn't sponsored by Robinhood, but I just wanted to share it with you guys because it's something I've sort of recently started doing, and I'm finding it's a great way to just kind of make some extra money by really not having to do a lot. So I'm gonna open up my app and show you guys how you can do this, how you can set up your account today, and so far and so forth. If you guys haven't set up a Robinhood account, if this is new to you guys can actually get a free stock if you guys register. I'm going to leave my link right here. If you guys use my link, you guys can actually get a free stock. You guys set up your account for free and everything, and you get a free stock. And the free stock is actually really cool because you have no idea. It's a randomized stock, so you could get something that's worth like $2, or you could get like an Apple stock. So you have no idea what you're gonna get, but regardless, it's kind of cool to get a free stock just to kind of jumpstart your account and get it going. Let's get further into the details of Robinhood and why I like it, and sort of just things to pay attention to while you're investing. I do want to preface this entire video by saying this is investing in the stock market. The money is very real, and the stock market can be very volatile depending on what you invest in. So I'm sitting here telling you that there is absolutely zero guarantee of how this stuff can come out. You can either do very well and make a ton of money. You can also make some really poor investment decisions and end up losing a ton of money. Unfortunately, the stock market is one of those things that fluctuates on a daily, even hourly basis, is completely driven by the economy and the choices that people make, and that's not always down to you individually. People lose tons of money every single day, so I will say that this is by no means any guarantee that you're gonna walk out of here being a millionaire. Some people are really good in investing in the stock market. Some people are really bad at investing in the stock market. I honestly don't know where I fall yet. Like I said, I'm kind of new to this and I'm giving it a shot. I've been doing this for a couple months now, and so I'm kind of learning what to do. I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. Don't think that this is like your fast track to get rich unless you're really good at it and you're, you know, actively buying and selling and you're racking up that money. And that's great if that's something that you start to get really good at and you can really make money. I know there's people who just sit there and do this all the time and, you know, can make money doing that. As far as for what I do to put my money in Robinhood, what I do is with every single paycheck that I get, and I was gonna make a video on this, let me know if you guys want a video as to like how I break up my paycheck, so how I kind of spend my money, like what I spend my money on, how I save my money, because I do it in a bunch of different ways, and then, you know, what I kind of splurge on, things of that. If you guys want like a budgeting tips video, especially living in New York City, let me know down below. I'm happy to make that video. For the sake of Robinhood, what I do is I have a percentage that I allocate to my savings from my paycheck. This is every single time I get paid, which is twice a month. And so I will take out that percentage, put it in my savings, and then from the number I put into my savings account, I'll usually take about half of that and then I'll put it into Robinhood. The reason I only do half of that is because I don't want to put my entire savings account in Robinhood. I know there's actually a lot of people who do that. I'm personally just not that risky when it comes to literally my backup plan. So I don't put all my money in there. I keep some money in my savings account just in case I need it, in case of a rainy day or like an emergency. And the rest of it I'll take out and I'll put into Robinhood, just so that way I can make the money grow. Typical savings accounts don't really make your money grow. It just sort of sits there. I think a lot of them have like a 0.1% cash return, something like that. So it's like if you have money sitting in there, you might end up with an extra $1 at the end of the year. The point is, it's sitting in that account isn't going to get you very far. It's just literally sitting there, versus if you take it and you invest it actively in something like the stock market, you know, instead of having $300, maybe you'll get $500, or you can get $1,000. So I'm sharing this with you guys because this takes like literally zero skill and zero time, and you can literally do it from your cell phone. Let me show you how you guys can buy a stock, sell a stock, and then the info that's sort of given on here. This is what comes up when you open it up. So that's how much I have invested. With investing in the stock market, the more money you put into it, the more you can grow. I haven't put that much in there. I started with maybe a couple $100s, and now it's at about $1,100. Here is just sort of an overview. These ones that pop up at the top are the stocks that I have invested in. Okay, so this amount at the top right now, $444, is how much this stock is worth today. And then down here you can actually see how much it's changed by the day. This is by the week. This is by the month. Personally, I don't ever really check the day one, just because it's going to fluctuate pretty significantly throughout the day. I find that usually a month or 3 months is pretty indicative of how the stock is going to do. Obviously, it's GoPro, it fluctuates quite a bit. And then you can see your position. So you can see I have 12 shares of it. The average cost is what I have purchased it for. So I bought it for $4.30, and I have 12 shares of it. So I have about $53.28 of it. So what this tells you is, so I originally bought it for $4.30. You can see that the stock is now worth $4.44 today. So if I were to sell it, I would actually make $171 off of that. So it's nothing crazy based on what I made. Obviously, I'm gonna like let this sit for a little bit, but that's just a good way for you to see if you're gonna, this is like a quick way to see if you're gonna make money or lose money if you were to sell your stock today. Honestly, this information, if you're a really big financial buff, you could probably use it, but on a day-to-day, I kind of don't really use the stats. Again, you can see news specifically on GoPro and see what it says, and then you can also see just random information about GoPro. Now, if I wanted to buy or sell, I would hit trade, and if you want to buy it, you just hit buy, and it'll say the number of shares at GoPro. So if you guys can see, I have $4.55 available, so I can get 1 share of GoPro. And then all you do, swipe up, and boom. That's all it takes. Same thing if you wanted to go sell, you just hit sell, and then you would just type in the amount of shares that you want to sell. So let's say I wanted to just sell 12 of them, then it would give you a credit. So you would review it, and then that's how much money you would get back. That just gives you an idea of how you can buy and sell these. For example, this one is Bank of America. Again, this one is in the positive, so I got it for $32.88, and it is at $34.95 today. Let's look at when that's down. Is this Slack? Okay, so Slack is down today. I bought this at $23.26. It is now at $21.10. I have 12 shares of it, so if I were to sell it today, I'd actually lose $25. So we're not going to do that. There's also things on here like analyst ratings. This is like the financial buffs of the industry and what they kind of recommend doing. I follow this sometimes just because it's kind of from a lot of the professionals, but you can take with this with what you want. So obviously the people are saying, you know, 47% want to buy, 42% hold, 11% sell. So the info I'd take away from this is like, if I didn't own shares, I'd probably buy more, and right now I'm just gonna hold them. And that's honestly pretty much it. It's a super easy app to work with. It's very simple to set up. It'll literally take you 5 minutes to do, and it's very user friendly. It's literally you just scroll through it. I find that it actually takes me less time, if not the same amount of time that I would take if I was just scrolling through Instagram or something. So I've kind of almost added this into like my social media habit, but wouldn't you want to just make money instead of just like scrolling through Instagram the entire time? Also, if you aren't someone who pays attention to the stock market very heavily, Robinhood has its own podcast called Robinhood Snacks. They basically give you in like about 15 minutes what's going on in the industry and what's going on with certain businesses, and that'll kind of give you some insight as to what is growing, what has the potential to grow, so that can kind of help shape your portfolios a little bit better. I wanted to just kind of quickly make this. I feel like every video I've also seen about Robinhood is always just like a bunch of guys talking about it, and as someone who's also investing in it, I feel like, you know, why shouldn't I talk about this? I studied finance, and even though I'm not, you know, a huge stock market fiend, I feel like this is a really easy way for you to sort of possibly invest and make some money. Make your Robinhood accounts today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like it if you did, and subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!